Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all well. So today's video, as you can probably tell by the title, it's going to be another review of my time at the OU. Um, Last time I done my first 3 months in the OU, I think, but that was with a access course. But now I'm going to be doing my first year at the OU with my degree. So I know that I'm basically halfway through my second year. I know that, but I just wanted to kind of sit down and reflect upon my first year and, try to help people understand what a basic first year is like with the OU. Before I start, I do want to say that I am doing part-time. So if you are planning on doing full-time, it'll be a bit different. It'll obviously take more time to actually get through your first year, to get through your materials and stuff. So I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's get into the video. So how I applied for my degree was actually through my access module. Now, you don't have to go through an access module to do your degree. This is just how I did it so that I could get a kind of just for student life with my daughter. I didn't want to be paying all this money and then think to myself, I can't do this anymore. This is just too much. So yeah, that's why I did my access module. But I rang up the OU, were lovely, and I do mention this in pretty much all my videos. I rang them up and I applied for my access module, and when you apply for your access module, they ask if you want to apply for a degree as well. So that's how I did that. I applied for my degree, and then after my access module, I then basically kind of went and applied for my first module of my course. So my first year was pretty good. It was quite easy, and when I've been looking at certain things and talking to certain people, most people do say that they find the first year pretty easy. That is, of course, if you're only doing part-time. Um, I'm not sure if it applies for full-time people because I get it's double the work, so. But yeah, a lot of people say that, it's easy to get through the materials, it's easy to get through the activities, and I'm not saying it's so far easy as in understanding and learning, but I would definitely say it's easy to get the kind of sense of everything and to read through and to work on. I don't know if that makes any sense. I hope it does, but yeah, I'd say my first year was pretty easy, and it's a bit I'd say it was a bit easier than this year. So my first year, I found that towards the end of the year I got a bit more stressed out and panicky about my TMAs and stuff and my results and everything, but I guess that's normal for anyone because you want good results. So for part-time studying, a year for part-time studying for a year, you get 60 credits. So far I have 60 credits towards my degree, which is amazing. I only need to get something like 300 more, but it's fine. A question that I feel a lot of new students or hopeful students would be asking is all the TMAs or the exams. So just a heads up, I haven't done an exam yet. I think I'll be doing one next year. So yeah, I'm not quite sure about the exams. I've had a look into it a little bit, but I can't really find much. So once I do an exam, I will be sure to tell everyone about it. The TMAs, though, they are pretty I would say straightforward like, you know, oh, it's so easy, you're going to slap it on a piece of paper. It's not like that at all. But it's easy to understand, and they give you plenty of information that, you know, advice on what you need to, what parts of the unit you need to use, anything else that you need to look at, they give you advice on. They also tell you your word count and how you should space out your word counts or through different questions. They will literally tell you anything you need to know, and if it's not there, then you can get in touch with your tutor. Yeah, you can get in touch with your tutor with anything else that you have queries about. Last year, my overall score, I believe, was 73%, I want to say. I think it was 73. It was in the 70s anyway, so that's pretty good. I mean, in the OU, that is a 2-1, I want to... No, I think... I can't remember. I know I was heading towards a 2-1, towards like a 2-1 in my first year, but I can't remember if one of my marks let me down, and then I was in a 2-2 by the end of the year. I can't really remember, but anyway, yeah, my overall score was alright. It could have done a bit more work, but when I started my degree last year, I did start it when I was in a bit of a bad situation. I didn't really put my full effort into it. With that in mind, let me give you some tips if you are planning, or if you have already applied for the OU. Let me give some tips for getting the marks. Yeah, so even though I didn't get marks that I could have, I know how to get the marks. It's just I couldn't actually put all these things into practice. So I'm gonna give you some tips to actually be able to get these like good marks. But yeah, tip number 1 is with the OU, you don't have a boundary, like there's no boundaries on what you can and can't read, so you can always read ahead. Last year, I believe I was always 2 weeks ahead. I always try to stay 2 weeks ahead. It's good. It's a good thing because then you know that if you got a TMA coming up, and you know you're 2 weeks ahead already, you're gonna have 2 weeks extra to prep for that TMA, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's one massive thing that I would suggest doing. Obviously, if you do read ahead, or even if you don't, then you want to make sure that you prep well. You prep really well for the TMAs and any exams that you might have. I'd definitely sit down and I'd say I spend about 3 or 4 days prepping my TMAs. This includes going through my notes and say like highlighting anything that I know to be of relevance to the TMA. After I've read the advice given for the questions and the questions itself. Then after I go through my notes, I then any missing links that I need, I will go back onto to the specific unit that I need, get it from there, add it to my notes. I also look at if I've done a TMA before, so like say this, like right now I'm doing my TMA 02. If I'm needing feedback from TMA 01, I will go and look at my feedback again and then note it all down. Anything that I need to make changes on, I will note it down and I will work towards it. Yeah, I take quite a bit of time to prep my TMAs just so that I know where I am with everything, and just so that it's all there in front of me, so I don't have to keep going online to have a look in case I'm, you know, in a bad reception area, or if I'm not in the house or anything like that. Then I know that I can still work towards my TMA. And finally, the last tip is, I'm sorry if you can hear that jingling, that was Gingy. The last tip, the last tip is, of course, stay in touch with your tutor. They are the best resource to have on hand at the OU. You can either email, ring, text. I know different tutors have different ways of getting in contact with people. My tutor, she's like, text me if you need me, or just like drop me a phone call. If you want to leave a voice message, then just do that. And I'm just like, okay. But yeah, my preferred way is to email. It's only because I know that I have plenty of time to do my TMAs, so I prefer the email because then she'll get back to me in a couple of days, and then I can do other things in the meantime. So yeah, this video probably isn't going to be very long, but I thought I'd give you another quick overview of how my time at the OU is going. If you are new here and you are hoping, everyone is making noises tonight. Everyone and everything is making a noise tonight. If you are new here to my channel and to the OU, or if you're hoping to join the OU, and please join my family, I would be very grateful. I tend to cover a lot of things on here to do with the OU itself. Look at him, man. Jesus. If you found this video helpful at all, then please leave me a like. I would be very grateful, and it does help me a lot. It helps me get my videos out there for everyone else to see, so I can help other people. If you have any other questions, anything you want to know about the OU that maybe I can help you with, then please leave them down below for me, and I do answer pretty much every comment that I get. I love talking to you guys, and quite frankly makes my day when I get a comment on my videos. And if you aren't already, then please subscribe. I appreciate it a lot. And so now that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I shall see you next week for another study diaries, I believe. Best get working on that one. Okay guys, don't forget, I love you and goodbye. Mwah.